This is where I left off on my last guitar video, the first layer of plaster. Before pouring, I needed to add additional layers of plaster and a pouring spout. After a few weeks, honestly, I lost track of time on this project, and a 1,000 can melt later, I was finally ready to give this guitar body a shot. Now, I'm pretty sure that I don't have the crucible capacity to fill this mold, but that hadn't occurred to me until after I had melted the cans. There are 17 pounds of aluminum sitting next to that mold there on the table. My number 6 crucible will not hold all of that aluminum, which looks pretty close to what I might need to fill this guitar body, just looking at the volume there. I've got 2 bags, tubes of sand to use as a medium to hold my guitar mold. Now, before anyone starts typing in any disparaging comments about what they are seeing here, know that each tube of sand is half my body weight. I thought I did a fairly decent job of wrestling those things. So, back to the mold. If I knew before the pour that this was going to be a failure, why did I continue? Well, first off, I had already put in a ton of time cutting the foam, shaping the foam, dressing up the foam, and applying plaster. I had to see all of that work through. Secondly, experience. I wanted the experience. I needed to see what worked and what didn't work before trying all of this a second time. Thirdly, maybe most importantly, I hoped if nothing else, I would have a video to upload to the YouTubes. I won't lie here. The heart rate is up on this one. Well, that wasn't the way I wanted it to go. I poured a bunch in the ingot mold that I didn't want to pour. And of course a lot over there. I didn't even think about the narrowness of my sprue, that would cause me a problem. And I certainly didn't expect all that black smoke to make it nearly impossible for me to see. Goodness. Well, some metal got poured. Just obviously not enough. It'll be interesting to see what comes of that. I was tempted to not say anything. Like I said, the heart rate was gone, and then all that black smoke and all that flame. Little on the excited side here. All right, I'm not going to try to take that out of the sand for at least an hour, maybe even longer. But I am going to try to clean up some of this mess I made down here. All right then. That didn't go as well as I had hoped. After getting the mold in the sand, I wasn't keen of my sprue arrangement. I found an old piece of rain gutter pipe and made what I'd hoped would be a basin. It sort of worked at first, but even if it had been perfect, I ran into a problem as I started pouring, which the camera didn't really pick up. A huge plume of black smoke obscured my view when I first started pouring. And then the hot aluminum melted through my makeshift basin. The mold was too tall to do what I did with my foam pumpkin just over a year ago, which was the last time I poured over foam. I wanted the top of my sprue to be below the surface of the sand. If there was going to be any chance of filling this mold, I needed all of my metal to make it into my mold. Even though that didn't happen, I was still anxious to see how this turned out. I had let this set out overnight, so this was the next day. Again, with this failure, I wanted to see what worked and what didn't work. I wanted to see how smooth of a finish I had, how easy or how hard the cleanup might be, and I wanted to know how well that cavity, which holds the neck pickup and the end of the neck itself, turned out. I also wanted to see if the tunnel between the two pickup cavities was intact. There were some barnacle-looking structures on the outside of the pour, on both the front and back. I suspect molten aluminum seeped out of the plaster. I have an idea of how I can prevent that next time. Based on something I saw a guy do with a bronze statue he had poured at his home. So, looking over what I had created here, the finish in places didn't turn out that well. The cleanup is going to be work. The cavity that was poured turned out pretty good, but the tunnel would need some drilling for sure. Also, I need the guitar body to be much smaller than what I attempted here, if for no other reason than this piece of metal is pretty heavy. I'll do some looking on the interwebs for some ideas. And lastly, wrapping all this up, I'm getting an ever-increasing pile of large failed casts between this and aluminum mold failures and such. If everything falls into place, I'll have a solution to that problem in my next video. Thanks a whole bunch for watching. If you found this video entertaining, informative, or any such things like that in any way, shape, or form, please like and subscribe. Blessings.